Toby Roland-Jones, well bowled, 4 wickets. Had to toil again, much like last week, but I guess as a bowler you feel probably you got the reward this week for a lot of hard work, even though it wasn't skittling them cheaply. Everybody stuck to their task and played their role, didn't they?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think probably the pace of the wicket isn't quite there. It felt a pretty even paced track, and certainly under the sort of sunnier skies yesterday, felt like in that middle period it was going to be some tricky work. So I think we stuck to the task pretty well. A little bit more swing maybe this morning or this afternoon. Sorry, when we first got out there, a little bit of cloud coming over and things like that. So I thought the guys also, as a result of that, showed real good fight this evening to get through maybe some spells where the ball was offering a tiny bit more.
Did you think there was a big difference in the first innings bowling performance against Notts last week and this one?
Probably not. I'd say the main thing that sticks out is that control of the run rate, really. I think you see once you get a hold of that early on, you don't feel, a day which only has 5 wickets, you still feel like you're right in that game. So I think that's the main thing that stuck out. And even when that partnership then came together for them in that middle bit with Carson and Traskis, we still didn't feel like the game was getting too far away. And I think that sort of has really come to bear in this innings that we feel reasonably happy with how things have gone.
How are you feeling yourself? You're looking as fit as ever. You're bowling as consistently as ever. Consistency's never been a problem for you, has it? But I mean, the ball's coming out beautifully at the moment.
Yeah, really happy. Obviously, nice having a good run of games at the start of the year, and didn't feel at my very best yesterday. Physically, was struggling a little bit with a bit of something. But yeah, it's been great, and today was a lot better. So always nice to contribute, and obviously wickets always cheer a bowler up. So yeah, no complaints.
Is this the best you bowled? Well, when's the last time you've been able to put together a run like this? Do you think? I was trying to think. There was that run. Ended up nearly 29 wickets in 3 matches at one point, wasn't there, about 3 years back?
Yeah, and I think, to be honest, the way, and talking to a few of the guys, it always felt like, sort of getting through certain long spells and things, it always felt like it was a bit of a fight and a little bit of a battle, to be honest. So I guess now that feeling's sort of turning the other way, and it's back to finding rhythm and wanting to keep going for as long as possible like it used to. So I guess from that side, things definitely do feel like they've turned a bit of a corner physically, and that's probably just helped in terms of the durability and I guess the consistency, like you say, as well.
Helps in terms of results for Middlesex as well, I'm sure, over this season. How's the match position at the moment? I mean, that was a fabulous partnership between Robson and Stumps. Shame for Rocky himself that he didn't get in at Stumps, because one of them would have felt in the morning, if they both were in the 40s overnight, they'd have gone on.
Yeah, and I think, like I mentioned before, I think with those lights coming on, we know that does affect things a little bit here. So I thought the large part, we sort of got through a tricky period there pretty well. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty evenly poised. I think, as always, coming into the day 3, it's always a day where the match sort of can really turn one way or the other. There's a lot of cricket to still get through in it, but if we can sort of really make hay in those early parts of the day, then yeah, certainly could be interesting.
How much have you enjoyed this one and the last one against Nottinghamshire? Has it felt close to back in 2016, the kind of calibre of opposition you've been up against? And is this, I know benchmark was a word used last week for Nottinghamshire, is it the same again against Durham this week as well?
Well, yeah, I think it has to be. I think when you're playing these games, that sort of extra toil that you have for the wickets, and you get your reward eventually, and sometimes you don't. It's as simple as that. Saying that to Martin, thought he bowled better than his figures suggested, and sometimes that is the game. But I think it really sort of lets you know where you're at with your game. I think it's good long form cricket where it's a 4-day shootout rather than a 2.5-day shootout, and I do think it's producing better cricket across the country, and I think that's showing in the scores, both bowlers standing out and batsmen alike. So I think it's certainly been enjoyable, and as a bowler sometimes you enjoy the hustle and the grind as much as you do when it's a green top in March and the ball's going everywhere. So it's certainly been a lot of fun.
Well, thanks for the time.
Cheers, thank you.